Hello everyone, Storm 101 here. Today we'll be doing a live update on Category 5, yes, uh, Iota. I wrote it down how you pronounce it. So it's pronounced Iota, yeah, it's Iota. That's how you pronounce it. So I know how to pronounce it now. Got it wrote down. Alright, we're good there and there. Going to get my phone up and running so that way I can see your guys' chat. This is just going to be a quick live stream talk about Iota since it's getting close to making landfall. Since it's getting close to making landfall, there is some good news with the system here. And what that is that it's not going to be affecting the United States. Alright, although I do have some news to talk about for my plan for this week, especially when we're not gonna have a lot of weather to talk about except for the tropics. It's okay. Now I got chat up. So if you guys who have any questions throughout the stream, go ahead and put in the chat. Don't be shy. So let's talk about Iota here. Back this up. Yes, it is a Category 5 hurricane uh, with winds of 160 miles an hour with a pressure of 918 millibars. It started rapidly intensifying yesterday afternoon. Um, and here we are. It started as pretty much right participating from I believe from a tropical storm, and now we're at a Category 5 hurricane. So that's very quick, and that's in about 24 hours. So that's pretty impressive there, and you guys see it. Unfortunately, there's another disturbance to watch in the same area where Iota and Ada it was. Kind of crazy, all right. This is something we do not want to see for Central America. In Iota here, it's going to be within a few miles since where Ada made landfall about 2 weeks ago. So this is very devastating for portions of Central America here, and they got hit pretty hard by Ada, and now they're about to get hit even harder with Iota here, which is very unfortunate. Uh, Hopefully, people that live in these regions here will be okay, because unfortunately the impacts will be catastrophic, which Iota here actually had a direct hit on an island here that I honestly don't know what that is called. There's a little island right there. It's made a direct hit over there, so that's very unfortunate there. Um, this may intensify a little bit more before landfall. I'm currently forecasting 165-mile-an-hour sustained winds at whenever it makes landfall. It should rapidly calm down when it goes over this land here across Central America. The good news is, again, no threat to the United States. It will be continuing to move west into the Eastern Pacific. Now, if it does pick back up again, if it does try to re-intensify in the Eastern Pacific, which I have some doubts on because of colder waters that's over in there, it will be named a different storm. So if anybody's got a question to that, will be still named the same. It would be named a different storm. We had something like that before. I think last hurricane season. Uh, a lot of people had questions with that. So, yeah, on that. And if we take a look to infrared satellite imagery here, we're going to let that load for a little bit. While we wait on that to load, let's take a look into some models, shall we? So, the intensity guidance, we do expect this to die down. Ignore the models that are keeping it a hurricane, shall we? Down, hurricane and above. It's likely going to be dying down into probably more than likely down into a tropical depression or subtropical depression. We're going to see what's going to happen from there. If it's going to try to re-intensify the Eastern Pacific or not. That's going to be a good question for right now. But really, when it gets out to the Eastern Pacific, there's no threat to land. I'm pretty sure with that. So yeah, on that. Okay, so this is the recon point. And these are the hurricane hunters, and recently they recorded a pressure of 920 millibars earlier. If we refresh this, I think it's going to update. Yes, it is. Alright, they just went through the eye again. So, since they've done that, yeah, they just went through the eye. So, wow, a pressure of 916.7 millibars. 916.7 millibars. So, they just went through the eye of the storm. You can see here those winds are very strong around the eye wall as well. And I believe that is about a millibar lower than what it is right now. Let's see. It's actually yeah, about 1 to 2 millibars lower. So this thing, unfortunately, is still intensifying a little bit here. Still dropping in pressure and all that stuff. So, yeah, unfortunately, this is still intensifying. There's nothing really much to stop this. However, there is some dry area nearby, but I don't think it's really going to do much of an effect into the storm. So, that's quite unfortunate there. If you guys are interested to see where this thing's going, it's going to be continuing to move to the west into the eastern Pacific. So, no threat to the United States. Uh, Now talk about for this disturbance, we may do that in a different video. I don't really have a lot of information onto this system here. I would like to have the hurricane models, but that's eventually when it seems like my internet's bad today. Yeah, this stream is currently, yeah, my internet's not been great today, uh, to say the least. So hopefully I do apologize, if it lags and stuff like that. There's not a whole lot I could do about it. Right now, my phone's having trouble trying to load the stream, so that's not good. Here, I'm going to try to rejoin. If you guys do have any questions, go ahead and put it in the chat. Let's see if we got it. Alright, we got it. Alright, so now we have infrared satellite imagery. You can see that's a pretty healthy eye. You can see here, it's more like a circle now. You can see it's pretty wonky earlier this morning, but now it's becoming a nice clear eye here now. So, and here's that island there that had a direct hit with is right there. So, yep, on that. But either way, if it's a Category 4, Category 5 hurricane, it's still going to bring catastrophic impacts. I mean, the storm is going to do quite a bit of damage there. Unfortunately, this is probably going to do more damage than Ada. A lot of those buildings or trees out there is likely much weaker than they were before from Ada because Ada was a Category 4 hurricane when it made landfall, and now we got a Category 5 hurricane going to make landfall pretty much in the same area. It's just going to be quite hard to watch here. And the impacts from Ada brought in some catastrophic flooding. I mean, they got tons of rain. So that's pretty bad that they have to go for this all over again. Also, there's a new record in the book right now. Iota, right here. For the first time ever, we had two major hurricanes in November. For the first time ever. So, so that's another record of books. And hurricane season this year has just been extremely historic. It's broke so many records. I mean, I believe it broke records for Faye for the early storm and just beyond. I mean, that's how many records are broken. I don't think a lot of people realize that of how historic this hurricane season has been here. So, unfortunately, another system may develop. Um, I don't know what's on the list next here, but hopefully this is going to be the last one before the season's over with. We are currently in mid-November, and the last day of November is the last day of the hurricane season. So this hurricane season is about to end pretty soon, guys. Just hoping on that. And again, you can see here with the pressure now 116.7 millibars, so it's still rapidly intensive. Well, not rapidly intensifying. It's actually slowed down on the intensification there, which is some good news there as well. So let's click on Hurricane Iota here. Uh, yeah, there's not really much to look into on here. Well, either way, there's not a whole lot to talk about this storm for right now. So let's kind of go into the news here. So really, for the rest of this week across the United States, it's mostly going to be quiet. If we look into the GFS model for pretty much most of this week here, I mean the Northwest will experience some showers of storms. You can see even Northeast will experience some snow there. Which, by the way, there's a video that blew up in Twitter last night. Talk about a guy in he's saying was in a tornado in New York City. It was literally just straight line winds. I mean, there's really no indication that there was a tornado at that time. It was mostly straight line winds, which it's blowing up right now. So if some of you guys haven't seen it yet, you guys probably will be seeing it on national news because I've seen some of the national news people ask permission, for this video. I'm sure he said yes on there. So you guys will probably see what I'm talking about there. It's going viral right now. So you guys will probably see what I'm talking about. There was a tornado warning at the time, but it didn't really look like a tornado. It was mainly straight line winds. I mean, that squall line went through New York City was a line of severe thunderstorms. So yeah, on that. But you can see here, as I did play through, nearing the entire week, there's not a lot to talk about. I mean, the Northwest will have a storm system or two this week, but it's not too big of a deal. Except then here we are next week here. That'll be a system we'll be keeping an eye on of this week. But generally, there's not really much to talk about this week. So my plan is sometime this week here, if I have enough time, which I may make the maps tonight and may release the video tomorrow. We'll see. But what it is that I'll be releasing my third winter forecast. Um, the next one after my third one will be the final one. And my confidence is increasing with the winter forecast because of the end zone, which that'll be something I'll be talking about there. And some of you guys are not gonna like it. Spoiler alert, there. Some of you guys are not gonna like it. Some people may like it. We're gonna see what's gonna happen there. So, just want to let you guys know that my third winter forecast is coming soon this week. Since not much is gonna be going on this week. So, other than that, do you guys have any questions about Iota here? I know this is a short stream, but there's not a whole lot to talk about Iota right now. All we do know is it's going to be making landfall as a Category 5 hurricane in Central America there. That's kind of the news for this live stream here. So, to give you guys a few moments there. If you guys do have any questions here. I mean, I guess I don't think you guys do have any questions. So, hope you guys did enjoy this short live stream there. If you guys like this live stream, hit that like button. If you really do like my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notifications so you never miss an upload. If you're watching this as a video, if you guys have any questions, you can put it in the comment section down below. I'll answer you guys questions. I'll see you guys in the next one.